Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where I loaded up the game and found this as a queued event. Apparently we could lose 10 popularity, or we could gain 6 stability and 5 popularity at the cost of 322 gold. We're actually going to take that option, and that creates a civil war brewing? Okay, I didn't expect that. What is the primary reason for this? I mean, our Shamu's polyperchid, sure. This guy's a jerk. There's not a lot that we can do about that. We are working on killing him, and this civil war will break out in 21 months. Now, we're fighting Rome, and that's a big problem right now for this civil war. It's actually this guy that's the reason that this is happening. We're going to bribe him, and now there's no civil war. Perfect. Now, we are fighting Rome, and really, I don't think that we can hold the war goal here. So we're backing off here. I've already issued orders off camera to head on over here. We were heading over here, but with these guys coming in, they'll arrive here, and they'll just move up here and intercept us. So there's no point in doing that. We're just going to head on over. These guys are heading up to get what little scraps of war score we can. Of course, we won this battle, but the question becomes, can we win the war? Of course, the other question is, do we want to win the war? Oh, hello. They're going to intercept us over here anyway. 19 October. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to exit on 31 October. We're going to have to retreat here as soon as we can, unless we roll just spectacularly well. I don't think there's a universe where we win this fight. So we'll keep an eye on it. I mean, our discipline has improved dramatically. There's no doubt about that. Our discipline is almost on par with theirs. Of course, we're using envelopment here, which doesn't... Why are we using envelopment? We shouldn't be using envelopment. Well, we're going to look to retreat as soon as we can, which is now, and we're going to try to retreat all the way down here. We want to get our mercs grouped up with these guys. These guys retreat as well. So we are out of there. We don't want anything to do with this. We are yielding this to Rome. Now, that does mean that they're going to get ticking war score on their side. We can call down Zoroaster, and we definitely will immediately. Cool. So these guys, as soon as they're done capping here, are going to not head up here, but rather down to here. These guys are retreating this way, which is awkward for us. I expected them to head up over here, but coming down here is interesting for sure. I think for the moment, we're just going to chill over here, and we're going to look to get these guys trapped. Now, we do see another conscription force coming in over here. We do need a position, and we'll put in this gentleman. Yeah, we're definitely yielding this. Look at all these troops swarming this area. I'm not surprised by this in the slightest. So we're yielding that. They're heading over this way. We're going to cap here. And yeah, their troops are heading down this direction. For right now, that's quasi-okay. Now, I want to head in over here and catch this force. If we can eliminate these small forces quickly, then that's a big, big boon for us. Now, what is the actual path over here? How did they get here? That's a good question. How did they get there? Now, we see that they're moving some troops over here. And they're going to attack us here. They have 180 ships. We're definitely yielding this. Our navy is not up to the task. So we can't get out, but we are going to... Oh, they just full-on stack wiped us instantly. I didn't expect them to instantly stack wipe us with a 0 roll. I'll be honest. So we'll have to rebuild those. That's not a huge deal. We're going to catch this force. And we're currently at 7 war score. Now, they're going to take all of this. So how much of our war score is ticking? They actually have ticking on their side right now. So that's fine. We're going to head up over here for the moment. I'm a little bit concerned about what's going on over here. I'm very concerned about this. And this is also a problem. Now, we're not the war leader. We need to keep that in mind. But we also don't necessarily care that much about this war. We've learned a couple of things. One, On a 1-to-1 basis, we can stand up to Rome and even beat them. 2, it's not a 1-to-1 basis. That's what we've learned. Rome has substantial numbers on us, and that's to be expected. This is going to be a big issue. They're going to land somewhere over here. And we don't really have anything set up to deal with that. We want out of this war as rapidly as possible. There's no doubt about this. The question is, how rapidly is it possible? Also, this is a conscription force. Barbarians, of course. Sure. Where are they going to land? Wait a second. Never mind, war's over. Okay, cool. So they gave up, and I'm actually completely okay with this. So these guys are going to be... They're retreating right now. But these guys are going to need to make their way up. Now, we don't have any ships. We lost all of our ships. This is a terrible path to take. We're going to come down over here, then to here, then to here. We're going to have to pass through only Rome on the way back. And actually, back to Olbia is fine. So once we arrive here, then we can do something like that. We're also going to need to immediately begin construction on additional ships. And out of curiosity, yeah, they have definitely more advanced ships than we do. Do you get those via the text that we're ignoring over here? Maybe. Actually, we can probably find out most easily by checking here. What do we actually need for these? It doesn't say why they're grayed out. So maybe we need higher level ports to be able to build them. Like we would need some sort of, if we go to a city with a port here, some sort of a shipwright, perhaps? Like a dry dock sort of thing? Let's see here. Not seeing any such thing. Great Temple, Foundry, Earthworks, Fortress, Ports. Maybe just more ports? But it doesn't say any such thing in the tooltip. I may have to look this up. Ah, it requires port level 3 and port level 5. Got it. So in that case, we should indeed build at least one more port here. This is a settlement, that's fine. This is a city, and this is currently not capped out, but we're actually lacking in loyalty here. Settlement, settlement. There's a city here, but we're lacking in loyalty as well. Okay, so we'll call that good for the moment. The Roman forces are going to turn around, and that's great. Actually, loyalty and setting the religion would be pretty good. Do we have 330 gold to spare? We don't. So we're just going to convert one. It's a little unfortunate, but that's fine. We are going to need to deal with this disloyalty eventually. And these guys are going to make their way over. The mercs are going to be disbanded once they're done retreating, which will be eventually in the eventual time. So that'll be fine. I'm not upset about the war being over already. I'm really, really not. I'm completely okay with that. I'm a little upset that our navy got instantly stack wiped, but I mean, you live and you learn, right? So that'll be fine. This city could definitely use additional building slots. We could put in an endowment there to work up our navy. Cool. So I definitely do want to build up to a level 5 port in at least one of these locations, and this is the location. There we go. Excellent. So these guys will arrive back over here again in the eventual time. So we're going to have them come up over here, and then from here they can just... Actually, they can't dip in here. So we'll have them come up over here, then here, then here. No! Not like that. Here, here, here. We have to go around Olbia here because of this little exclave here. It's not really an exclave. This is an exclave. But from there, we can move in like that. Okay, there we go. So we're going to try not to be at war with Rome for a while. So, like I said, things that we have learned are as follows. We can stand up to Rome if the numbers are roughly equal. Rome has huge numbers on us. So that's something to think about. We do have a civil war brewing yet again, and who is it this time? Mazez Arantid. What a jerk. We can bribe him. That'll gain him 15 loyalty. Brings him up to 28. We can also grant him free hands, and that will boost up his loyalty enough. It'll also boost up his corruption. For now, with all of these disloyal provinces, I do not want a civil war breaking out. We are going to have rebellion, and that's something to think about. I do also want to start... Can we construct buildings and ships simultaneously? Yes. Okay, good to know. So, at this point, we need to be thinking about what kind of composition we want here. So, triremes are faster. It looks like, overall, other than speed considerations, it looks like overall it's just better to move down the line. So megapolyremes would be what we would want. Yeah, I don't actually care about the naval movement speed. It moves at roughly half the speed of triremes, but that's okay. So we're going to wait for our ports to finish up here. And then we're going to start spamming those out. Now, there's a martial advance, and I absolutely do want Scythian saddles. So we're going to grab that, and our next advance will be blacksmith apprentices. We do know that our discipline was close, but not quite to the Roman discipline level. So that is important. We're definitely going to need to move through these areas down here. We definitely need the foundry city building. 1,000,000%. We do have a new military tradition here, and we are going to check in over here. Horse archer morale is not relevant to us. We're not really using horse archers. Army weight modifier minus 20% is pretty good. Now, we could also include supply trains, and that's something I'm thinking about doing. National manpower would require that we embrace Peugeot 11 influence, which is not really available to us right now. Morale of armies plus 5% is pretty good. The rest of these I feel like isn't great, although that's a lot of freemen. And ship damage taken reduction. We could move down here and then move down this way. That's an option. I guess we'll do that. Ship damage taken minus 10%. Not bad, not bad. Okay. So our legions are going to be arriving home soon-ish. Soon-ish. We're going to have a rebellion in about 7 months, and that's going to be these lads. So that's quite a ways away. We're going to want to immediately start walking down this direction. Luckily, we do have roads the entire distance there. So we'll make our way down the roads. Good. So we have a port done over here. We can now get ourselves up to Hexiers. Beautiful. Our assassination plan on this guy did not work. Can we still work on assassinating him? He's working on assassinating us. Okay. We're going to interfere in this scheme. There we go. Can we do it again? Yes. There we go. We decreased the plot chance by 30%, and we're going to start assassinating him as well. Beautiful. Okay. So there we go. This person died. She was a friend of the legate. Okay, I don't care. That's not very relevant to us. Okay, local city building slots over here. Beautiful. And a minor addendum, huh? 6 stability for 10 political influence. We'll take that. Yes, please. That's pretty solid. Very nice indeed. Let's check in on our religious situation. That's going extraordinarily well. How about our cultural situation? It's getting better. I like it. And we've got a civil war brewing. It's this guy's fault. We're going to bribe him. What a jerk. Okay. So we are arriving home now. We are no longer black flagged. We do need leadership over here, so we should probably put in a second commander over this way. And there we go. Okay. So we are taking attrition here for the time being. We're going to have these guys halt for a moment while these guys get a little bit ahead. This lady, she died after seeing a comet. Okay, cool. That was our wife, which is, you know, not necessarily ideal. But we're going to go for, that's a lot of cash. And it's because he's angry at us. Nope, we're not going to do it. We're going to go for someone else. There we go. Perfect. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so now these guys have moved ahead, and we're going to then send them down so that they're not taking attrition. Perfect. Our port will be done in 10 days. Now, we need to build at least 62 more. It's going to take some time. No doubt about that. No, I don't want to hire these mercs right now. I wanted to check in over here and see what the port levels are. Okay, port level 1. Let's go ahead and take that up to port level 2. And I'd like to drop a couple of aqueducts. That gets us to port level 4. And then we could drop the marketplace. And we need cash to build another fort level. So we'll hold off on that for the moment, but we are going to build another fort over there. Or not fort. Port! Same word, clearly. Absolutely the same word. So Olbia has a low food supply right now. And that's not great, actually. We're producing grain here. We may have to import something here. There are no import routes. Okay. Settlement buildings here. We would need... That's horses. Woad. So yeah, grain would be the place to go. We've already got a farming settlement there. I don't suppose we can build more. No. Okay, so we definitely do need to deal with this. Oh, food is growing here now. Okay, I guess it was just because we were passing through with our army. That means that we are borderline over here. That's for sure. Okay, so these guys have rebelled. Hello, pause menu. This is unsurprising. And how long until we arrive? A good long time. To that end, I'm going to hire these mercs and put them on the unit reorg, and they're just going to chill here for the time being. Make sure that these guys are not going to pass this direction. Now, we do have a fort here that will make it complicated for them too. But the mercs will hold for now. Really? These guys stacked together again? Very rude. I think it was only because of this crossing. Yeah, only because of the crossing. Cool. So, of course, we're on unit reorg here, and once we get up to around probably 75%, we'll go on in. Actually, we're going to go in now at 50%. So they're going to attack us up over here. This is fine. They've got very little to actually threaten us with. Cool. 48% Zoroastrian? Okay. Just checking. So yeah, these guys are going to head on down. I would like to get additional ports built over here. I wonder if they canceled our ports that I had queued up here. We didn't get the money back. So that's interesting. We're going to do something like this with our mercs. And for now, we're just going to have these guys park like here and here. Cool. Of course, we need to rebuild our navy. And we will once these ports finish up. So yeah, I would definitely like... compensate the owners, huh? This is a lot of money. It's a whole lot of money. Well, we're going to be in debt for a little bit. That was a decent chunk there. So we're going to fight these guys, and our mercs could rebel against us. That's definitely something that we need to remember that they can do. However, Battle's over. This should be a stack wipe. There we go. Now, this guy's disloyal. Yeah, he abandoned our cause. That's okay. He already did everything that we needed. So we're just going to wait for this to auto-cap. Beautiful. And sue for peace. We take their everything. Perfect. And we're going to lose some AE here. There we go. Now I want to take a look at this. This is 51% Zoroastrian right now. So what we actually should do here is cultural assimilation. So let's take a look at what this is going to do. No current assimilation. Okay, 1.2. Sounds good. All of these here are Zoroastrian, so that's fine. Yeah, that'll be completely okay. So this port will be finished up soon. Now, our expenditure on these ports didn't come back, it looks like, but that's okay. We have a level 5 port here, and we have a level 4 port coming in over here. Now, we could drop the Court of Law, which I'm going to do, and put in another fort. We will need to get out of debt to do this. That's okay. I'd like to get this one up to a level 5 port as well, but actually, we're not going to do that. We're just going to move down to here. I want to check supply limits, 54 and 73. Yep, that should be fine. Now, we should probably think about expanding our legions here. Specifically, I want to have at least one supply train in here. I want to know exactly what that does in terms of how much it helps us out in our supplies. So we're going to put in one supply unit into each of these. Now it's going to be 20 gold. So we have enough to do that right now. So we put in a supply train, just a single one. Now previously we were at 39. Now we're at 40. So it's just food storage. Got it. So I think just having the single supply train will do the trick. So this is a tier 5 port. We're going to need to start building there. Okay, there's a civic advance. We're going to grab blacksmith apprentices. That now allows us to build foundries, and that is absolutely something we want to start doing. Anywhere where we have large amounts of research points coming in. So that's going to be the goal there. Then we're going to finish off grabbing veteran reassignment into cohorts and learning on the job recruitment standards and fustuarium here. So we're going to need a total of 5. And then after that, I think we're going to ignore for the time being the siege abilities. Although it's good. There's no doubt about that. I don't know. Maybe we should keep powering through the siege abilities. It is something to think about, for sure. So at 74 gold right now, we have multiple things that we want to spend our gold on. Our ruler has cancer. That's unsurprising. He is approximately 1 trillion years old. And how old is his heir? We need to go into here. There we go. I always can't remember where these things are. Okay. That's not super helpful. And none of these people have children either. Obnoxious. Absolutely obnoxious. Well, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. So we do need to build ourselves a couple of fleets and a lot of foundries. So we're definitely going to be taking some time to pacify some disloyal provinces, and we're also going to be doing a lot of construction for the next little bit here. He can cover the costs. We are not covering those costs. I can tell you that right now. So how much is a foundry? 250 gold. That's a whole lot. Now we're primarily going to be building this for the research points bonus. The local tax, the civilization level, and the slaves needed for local surplus are all excellent. But we're primarily building it for the research points. We are heavily prioritizing this. Is there a cap to advances in Imperator? I should look that up. I don't actually know. We're down to 96% research efficiency, though, and that's definitely something that I'd like to work on. I'd like to push up towards that 150%. Now, we are about to get a religious advance here, and that's great. That'll be next month. And the assassination plan didn't work again. Okay, that's fine. For now, it's time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to spend some money on some constructions. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time. There's that innovation, but we'll spend that, as I said, next time.